the challenger, former WBC International Heavyweight Champion, Joe Smith Jr., the reigning and defending undefeated WBA Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Dmitry Bivol.
I'm only going to tell you two things. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, bang at the bell. God bless.
What do you expect to see in the early stages here? Bivol looking very stern, generally to that lead left hook as he tried to there.
Yeah, well, I think that Smith's going to come obviously talking during the week that he could get down to super middle.
You can see that every single time he pops out that jab. They circle around each other in centre ring, moving straight in behind the right hand there, Smith. Almost like he
great for Farah in Chicago, where he would have had huge Polish support. And he'll be, you know, he's well aware of good right hand there from Bivol, solid right hand, timed that really well.
It's a shot, Bivol. That's something he likes to do. He can tip and tap a little bit at times, but then they really put some meat on the bone.
It's almost like you acclimatise to the power when you get hit with it.
It's a good lead left hand from Bivol 20 or so seconds ago. Smith just trying to jab his way in, got good work, I would say, in this opening round so far. Has come from Bivol.
He wanted to try and make an impression, get the respect of Bivol, but Bivol, good opening round from him.
Great intent. He does have a good reach on him. He does have the...
But Bivol, technically the better fighter, the better feet. Him in, making him miss, pulling out of range, and then Smith solid left hook counter then. Lovely 1-2 down the middle.
Shot straight. Well, the corner there, the Smith corner, led by combination, punching, and keep trying to use that jab. He had a slight...
More so than being hurt by anything. I mean, he's a pretty tough guy. You know, good chin, takes a great shot. I just think that...
Bivol just climbing into... The frustration probably comes. He is within range to be hit, but actually catching him is a different matter.
Little feints. Making out as if he's going to go to the body, then doesn't, just pulls back. He's always got you guessing.
It's quite an Eastern European.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, Bivol looks very relaxed, very much in control, very calm in there. You know, looking at the two fighters here and thinking about what Bivol said during the week that he could make.
These two made it very comfortably indeed. Later stages of...
You're under a lot of pressure. Walks him onto another. You know, Joe Smith is so kind of preoccupied with his own defences that he's thinking about attack, he's thinking about defence, and then when he does...
During this fight, he will bounce here, but he doesn't want to be too reckless, too gung-ho with it at the moment. Big overhand right there, didn't quite land, but he just steps in after it.
Bivol certainly looked like he wanted to grab hold of Smith.
Bivol looking for right to the body there. Nice straight one, his fourth round, and that right hand certainly gave him a lot
to take one to land one. With Bivol, who's...
I wonder if it's been enough for him to win the round with a good finish to it. I think you're right, Matt. I think he's realised that this is the way he's going to have to go if he's going to do this. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be painful, but he just has to try and find a way to put... Well, from where we're sat, it was actually quite difficult to see whether that landed clean or whether it was a glancing blow, but you could see from the replay. Really, he didn't have an answer to Bivol. Now he's just thinking...
Yeah, without, he's got to rough him up, he's got to get close. Do this the hard way, as they say. He's got to make it a rough, tough, rugged affair.
Time that jab. Get there, but back to the ropes, and Bivol just waited too long.
Well schooled. Jumping in with the lead left hook there.
Success with that kind of tactic than he was having in the opening 3 rounds. Okay, it's not perfect.
Win a technical man, I can lean on you, I can pull down, I can try and land a few low blows, put their heads in there, elbows if you have to, whatever he has to do, to win.
With Matt Troop, started with a 10-rounder and had another one tonight. WBA figures by the time he won that WBA title or was elevated to full WBA champion. Smith.
Yeah, Joe Smith doesn't want this to become his most success. Lovely right hand there from Bivol. Just met Joe Smith as Joe tried to close the distance.
Smith just walking after his hands a bit there, but I can understand why he does that.
That's it, and you cannot afford to get caught in that no man's land. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to feint you and trying to take that when you're just stuck there in no man's land, as you call it. And that's exactly what it is, and that's where you don't want to be.
Ringside, just trying to tuck up behind that shoulder there, Smith. The perforated eardrum is no joke. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't think that's going to emerge during the course of the fight, and it could be a slight problem, but he's not showing any signs of it at the start of the 7th round. We're into the New York State fighter from Long Island.
It'll be difficult if he has perforated his ear, and it's a horrible injury. Happened to me a couple of times. And
Down, but what it did do was tie Bivol up, but there's a minute and a half to go, and the Russian is looking to pour it on here. Smith again backs off himself, tries to get that guard in place. Sullivan Barrera and still saw out the full.
The most important thing when you get hit hard.
The damage he'd done though was that, because sometimes you realise the full extent of it, but I think Bivol there did.
Without a doubt, he knew that he landed a solid shot and that it hurt Joe Smith, but Joe Smith
looking for that big overhand right for Bivol with the glove up. Able to protect him, quite as extravagant with it in recent rounds than he was towards the start of the fight, when he really did throw it high. And
going very side on here, defense behind it. And then looking to try and
back foot, that's what gives him such good mobility.
Tough guy though, Joe Smith recovers very quickly. These are solid shots.
But these are punishing shots there to get out of the corner, but he didn't quite manage to take it. He has now. Straight to the centre of the ring. Combination landing on the gloves there of Bivol.
Good sharp hand speed there. He's very very well balanced, very technically well scored. There's a bit of a WWE move going in there.
Well, he's going to get told off for that, that's for sure. We saw a bit of frustration.
Joe Smith up without even throwing a punch, just by feinting him, just by the way he uses his feet.
Amateur career, 268 wins, 15 defeats in that Russian system. He never really got to the #1 spot, though, so there was no great shame in that, clubbing left hands again.
Yeah, I like that lead, double left hook. He mixes it up so well, he never becomes leaning in as if he's going to throw a shot. Two good left hooks going in there, head, then switching first gear. Lovely jabs there, head and body, then hooking off the jab.
It's good left hand there.
Everything, and, it's not a case that the fight's been knocked out of him, but I think at this stage,
Double, triple jabs, you hit him with the jab, you stop him, you sleep. Every time you throw a combination, he steps around, he's right there for you to, you know what I mean? He's right there for you to hit.
A little bit of a stare, no more than that. Well, let's have a look at your scorecard, Matt, and you've given...
Bivol is by far the superior fighter, really, technically much better footwork, control. I totally believe that he probably could do super middleweight a bit smaller than Joe Smith.
Well, I was just... When you compare him to Callum Smith, for example, I don't think he would be. Smith physically would be bigger, definitely.
I think so. I think like heavyweight, huge for the weight. That's good work from him.
It wouldn't exactly be difficult to make either. Looking for that left hand.
Watch his feet when he pulls out of range. Straight away, he's looking to get back in.
He will be willing to take one, to land one all the time.
Absolutely, Andy. Tough guys like Joe Smith. You're not going to break someone's heart by all the time. Not necessarily because, Gennady Golovkin breaks hearts because he breaks ribs and he breaks noses and he puts a lot of pain on people.
And there was one landed just after the bell there by Joe Smith, which did not draw any approval from the crowd, I can tell you that, and maybe that did just buzz Bivol a little bit. He didn't. It lands fractionally after the bell in your mid-combination, and he feels that you can't pull it. Then if a fight were to end available to the referee, it's not the case, so maybe feels, I think, landed completely solid, just a glancing blow.
Nice stiff jab from Smith though. Yeah, landed a really good right hand on the bow. And he's come out quick here at the start of the 11th.
Interesting there, Bivol just stuck out the left hand and just left it in the face of Smith. Your opponent's view, I don't really see the problem. It's something that referees can take varying views on, a bit like pulling a glove.
Nice 1-2 down the middle from him. Yeah, I think a lot of guys like to leave the left hand out there. It does block the vision of the fighter coming. It's alarming, and it's surprising how many times you just land that straight right hand right down the middle after it.
It's been
it's been a good round.
Good energy, good tempo, really looking to load up on that right hand, heading up to get through.
Yeah, I think a little bit. That's nice right hand, left hook.
Of the two. But he's got respect for Joe Smith. Engineer them, but at no point has he really hurt him with that left hand. They just doubled Smith over and...
Yeah, Joe Smith is one of those guys. He is a tough. I've been at a tough night with Joe Smith. He's just a rugged, tough guy. Good chin. Shook Bivol, who I think, in hindsight, I think he was glad that was on the bell.
So just under 90 seconds to go. And Bivol is all but saying in his post-fight interview that he would welcome a fight against the winner of the main event, which is, of course, this fight.
Again tonight. I think it's a fight that both with Matchroom would be an easy fight to
IBF, Kovalev with the WBO, Gvozdyk. They would be really... So going right at the very end here, he's looking to really pour it on. And shots getting through there, and maybe one just a little...
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards with the winner by unanimous decision, still undefeated and still the WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Dmitry